Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today will be a continuation of our lesson on Microsoft PowerPoint. Let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, so the screen is visible, I presume.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, so last time we've seen the basics on how to launch the program, the different, for example, templates we have available on the program. For example, let's choose this one. So in here, if, for example, we go to a new slide, for example, let's say you're making a presentation and halfway you change your mind on the theme you want to apply. We go to the design tab and simply change the theme and the theme, sorry. So once we click on a theme from here, it is automatically applied to all the slides within the presentation. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have different themes and we have different colors within a single theme. For example, let's choose this one. We can change the color of the wooden contour or the fabric used in this theme. Okay, so this is another option in PowerPoint. Last time we've checked out the animations and what the animations can be applied to. So the animations can be applied on any element within a slide. For example, let's try to write some text here. If we select this text here and go to the animations tab, we can apply an animation on the text. Okay, so also, for example, if we make a list, just select the entire area, the text area here. If we go to animations, then not only the animation is applied to the entire list, but it is ordered here. If you notice it here, if you watch closely, we have 2, 3, and 4. Now, if we, for example, try and run this as full screen, here we have hello, the first animation is executed. Here we have the first element, the second element, and then the third element. So when it comes to lists, we don't have to apply animations manually on every element. Okay, so we can apply just the animation on the list in its entirety, and it will be ordered the same way as the elements. So another thing is transitions. Now, transitions, what transitions are is they are essentially like animations, but just for what you call them, the slide itself. I'm sorry, just hold on a moment. I will be back shortly. My apologies. So let's continue. Essentially, what I was saying is transitions are essentially like animations, but applied on the slide itself. For example, let's see some previews. Let's write whatever. For example, let's go to the transitions tab and let's choose one of them. So we have this one, we have this one, we have wipe. Each of them has its own style. We can do cover, we can do uncover like this, and there's a whole number of them. We can even choose some neat ones like curtains, drapes, wind, for example, like so. Notice the effect. So whenever we cycle between the slides, the transitions are applied. For example, let's go choose this one as content. Let's go to transition and let's select, for example, clock. Okay, or let's go with ripple like this. Now if we execute everything, notice the first transition, okay, second transition, the animations are executed in order, and now the third transition. Okay, so transitions are applied on the slide, on the whole slide, and animations are applied on the components within a slide or the content of a slide. Okay, not on the slide itself. I hope this explanation makes it clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go see a perfected slideshow. For example, let's go with the Microsoft Word course. Here we have the first animation, content. Notice the animations, the arrival and exit animations. Layout tab. In this presentations, I didn't use transitions, but we will see another example where I used transitions, okay? let's see, for example, another. Notice here we have transitions, okay? Same thing, animations are applied. Here's another transition. Here's the last element. Here is another transition, which is curtains. Now, when it comes to transitions, you can only apply one on each slide, okay? So you cannot add another transition, okay? So for example, let's go with wipe. If we click on reveal, it changes the transition apply or the type of transition applied on this slide, okay? So we can only choose one type of transition of transitions to be applied, a single type at a time, okay? So for this, for example, let's choose random bars. For the second slide, let's go with like drape, for example. For the third one, let's use, for example, shred, like so. Okay? And let's see what that would look like. Okay, here's the first transition. Second one, the animations. And the third transition. Okay? So, some other remarks. If we check here in the Home tab, we have essentially nearly the same options with Microsoft Word. The text positioning, for example, to change the font size, the font type, to underline, make the text italic, bold. Here we have shadow option, the shadow option. Notice when you hover over an option, it gives you an explanation of what that option does. Okay, so another thing which is which is the one of the most used options in Microsoft PowerPoint is the list. Okay, so mostly Microsoft PowerPoint here by default. For example, if we go and make a new slide here, if we add the text, if we go to the Home tab, the list is automatically selected. So if we want to remove it, we click again, and now we can write plain old text. Okay, average text. If we want to write in a list again, we select the list option, or we can select from other types of markers, okay, for our list. Okay, so Let's cancel. Same thing, we can also choose a numbered list. We can choose different options, Roman numerals, regular numerals, uh, and so on. Okay, so same with the insert tab. Pretty much the basics are the same. uh, we can add slide numbers. Okay, another thing we should go over is the hyperlinks. Okay, so what is a hyperlink? For example, let's write some text, plain old text. Let's remove the list option. Let's write regular text. For example, click me. For example, let's say, for example, I want this text to take us to open another document in my computer. What I have to do is I have to select the text and then go to the insert tab, and here we have link. Let's click on link. Now we can, for example, create a new document or link to an existing file or web page. Now, if we want to link to a web page, we can put the address of the website or web page here. For example, if we want to select from a file, we can click on browse for file here and go look for the desired file. For example, let's go and let's make it open the Word document. Notice here what it says. It says C users Idris downloads Microsoft Word course.pptx. Now what this is it's the file path for the Microsoft Word course. Okay, the PowerPoint course for Microsoft Word. What a file path is, it shows you where that text is located. So, for example, if we go to the C drive, C, now then users, and then go to Idris, and then downloads, we will find Microsoft Word course here. Now this is the file path. Essentially, it's the same. Okay. So once we've inserted the link to the file path, here the text changes color, and when we hover over it with the mouse, we have the file path here in the hint. Okay, so let's try and open the in presentation mode, and okay, let's go and click, or sorry, I have to use control then click. Let's try that again. Now once I clicked it, it opened the presentation on Microsoft Word. Okay, so we can link to outside files, and we can link to websites. Okay, so for example, if I want to change this hyperlink, let's go and go to the insert file. Let's remove the link and insert a new one. example, let's we can change the file type. Let's choose all files, so it lets us select from different file types. Let's, for example, let's choose this file, for example, and let's try again. Now we are prompted. Microsoft Office has identified a potential security concern. Now what this does, it warns you that the file may be dangerous. Here we have a book. Okay, so my hyperlink just opened a book. Okay, so we can choose whichever file on our computer, and now we will try to link to a website. Okay, for example, let's go and remove this link and insert a new one. Let's go with www.google.com, for example. Here we have the welcome screen and the search bar for google.com. Okay, so this is concerning the hyperlinks. Let's, for example, go to the PowerPoint presentation on Microsoft PowerPoint, and let's run it again in full screen so we can see the transitions and animations and how they're used. Okay, so here we have our animations, general stuff. Here we have the hyperlinks. So another thing about hyperlinks is, for example, you can add hyperlinks to pictures, texts, bullet points, or shapes. So any component within a slide or any content within a slide can be used to add a hyperlink. Okay, so the hyperlinks, the three types of hyperlinks we can use hyperlinks to redirect us to another slide in our presentation, or we can use them to open another file from our computer and redirect us to an external web page. We've seen these last two, and we're about to see the first one. Okay, so here, if you can see this clearly, we have existing file or web page, place in this document, or create a new document. Okay, so this is a hyperlink that links to the YouTube channel where I post these courses. Okay, so this is the YouTube channel, and when you click on the hyperlink, it will directly take you to this channel where you can find the playlists and the courses for this year. Okay, so another thing, let's try and let's click on escape. Let's go and change this hyperlink to the first type of hyperlink that links to a place in this document. Okay, so here we have 4 slides, so let's link to the first slide, okay, or the second slide where we have hello. Okay, so let's click on OK. Now whenever we click on this hyperlink, let's go, it should take us to this slide. Okay, so let's see, let's click here. We went back to the second slide. Okay, is everything thus far clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I believe we will stop here for this session. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, we will meet next week, inshallah.
Yes, sir. I have just a question. In this
Yes.
semester, we will have another program, or we will just study the PowerPoint.
No, what the exam will be about is everything we've seen in this year. So Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, and the keyboard shortcuts. Okay? So everything
In
from
the
the first
second
semester,
semester?
add to them the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah?
Okay. So in this semester, we will deal with PowerPoint, Excel, and the Word.
Word, yes, and the keyboard
Yeah.
shortcuts. Don't forget them.
Oh, so the
Okay.
same what we have studied in the first semester, and we add the PowerPoint.
Yeah, you add the PowerPoint, the lesson about PowerPoint, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so any more questions?
No, sir. Thank you. Just I
Okay.
want you to remember you. I want to remember you to share with us the
Yes,
document
I
of the
will
PowerPoint.
share with you the material for, once the
Yeah.
exams are near. So I don't know when the exams will be held. Once I confirm
Sir,
it with
about the
the
exams, we
department,
will start. Yes, we will start on the 9th of May, and the ICT
inshallah,
exam will be. Yes, the ICT exam it will be in the 17. Yes, 17 of May.
17th of the month, yeah. So I will send you the material to prepare before the exam. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
No problem.